Hi. So, my name is Emily, and somebody told me that it was a great idea to share my experience with you. So, I tested positive for COVID on the 11th. It was so crazy because none of the things that I was experiencing was anything like anybody had described. I didn't have a fever, I didn't have a runny nose, and none of those things. So, I went I got up, I went to work, I came home, and like a week before, I had like this horrible headache, like I had this migraine. So I went to my doctor's office and they gave me migraine pills and some nausea meds because either I had vomited so much it caused a migraine, or my migraine was so bad that it caused the nausea. If anybody knows anything about migraines, like it's a little worse than just a regular headache. So I went for about 3 days taking my migraine pills. Everything was okay for a few days. Didn't think anything of it. Had another migraine that hit me. Um, I took my nausea meds. I took my migraine pills. Went on about my day. And about an hour and a half later, I could not stand life anymore. I literally, it felt like somebody had my head in a vice. It was pounding. It was horrible. I was puking. And I'm telling you right now, at 36 years old, there's only one thing I wanted, and it was my mom. It was 11:30 at night. I got up the next morning and tried to get up and get around, thinking, man, this migraine just won't break. I was on new migraine meds. Maybe the new migraine meds weren't working. So I got up and I got around and I tried to get ready. And I have a horrible addiction to perfume. And I sprayed my perfume and I realized I couldn't smell it. After that, this was shortly after, here recently they started adding things like headache. Didn't think anything of it. Look, I'm a 36-year-old smoker that is well, not really like overweight, but I'm not healthy by any means. So all of the things that they were talking about, and I was raised by a nurse. So nurses know you try to save money, especially right now when everybody's going crazy. You never know when you're going to need more cash. So I tried to not go to the doctor. Figured, it's just a bad headache. Pollen counts are up. Everything's going crazy. So after I couldn't smell my perfume, I went into the kitchen and started dumping hot sauce in my mouth. And at that point, I was like, holy crap. Holy crap. Of all of the careful that I've tried to be, of all of the mask wearing, hand washing, like at that point when I could not taste hot sauce, I'm a sissy, guys. Like, super sissy. Like, I don't, me and pecani sauce aren't friends. But at the point when I started dumping hot sauce in my mouth and I couldn't taste the hot sauce, like I could feel the burn in the back of my throat, but I couldn't taste it. Tried some Creole seasoning, lemons, limes, anything that I knew had flavor that I would react to. Didn't work. Dark soda pop, like I usually drink Diet Dr. Pepper. The second it hit my stomach, it came right back up. There's no getting out of it. So luckily, there's a place here in my town, kind of, that has like 15-minute turnarounds. The test wasn't as near as bad as everybody makes it sound. This one wasn't. I did a rapid nasal swab. I didn't do the whole all the way back down the throat. I lucked out on that one. But I did the nasal swab, and the lady came walking in with like full COVID riot gear. And at that point, I knew. I knew I was hit. My daughter's here visiting, so now me and my two children, who are not very happy with the situation, are locked in the house. We're on day 2, headed into day 3. I've got some awesome family and friends that have dropped off some groceries. neighbors all around are, hey, if you need anything, let us know. And I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. That's it. um, the doctor kept telling me to take Benadryl instead of wasting my migraine meds after we found out I was positive for COVID. And all I want to do is sleep. I'm hungry. I can't, everything I eat, I can keep down crackers and like chicken ramen noodles because that's, of course, like my favorite comfort food of all time. Voice is starting to get raspy. I just want to sleep. My body hurts. I'm trying to drink Gatorade, trying to stay hydrated. Luckily, I don't have near the symptoms that a lot of people talk about, like much of the respiratory. I mean, right now it feels like I'm wearing a corset. Like I can feel like somebody wrapped an ace bandage around me too many times. I think I'm more stressed out about my kids than anything. It's just going to be a long 10 days in the house, at least, right? I've got a couple of friends that said, after a couple of days it just got worse. Luckily, I'm not having breathing problems yet. Like, it feels tight, but it doesn't feel like I can't breathe. Luckily, I don't have any of the phlegm or mucus. They say watch for the phlegm or mucus. But other than that, like, my symptoms are not like the symptoms that they're explaining on TV or in the news or the CDC. More and more symptoms are coming out all the time. So I knew when I couldn't smell or taste, and that was it. That was kind of when I knew. And then seeing the doctor in like full riot gear, and it's really nothing to joke about, but the only way that I can deal with all of this is like humorous. My 15-year-old thinks Rona jokes aren't so funny anymore since he can't come out of his room without a mask on. My daughter still doesn't get and understand, no matter how many times I tell her, no, you can't go outside and play. Here's the part that sucks the most, guys. I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know who. I know that I try really, really hard to make sure that I wear my mask all the time. I was an essential employee, so I wash my hands all the time. I wear my mask all the time. And I don't know if it was a week ago. I don't know if it was 3 days ago. Could have been almost 2 weeks ago when my first vomiting headache episode started. I thought, oh my gosh, it's almost period time. It's time for a migraine. Yes. And it never occurred to me that the probability that was my first sign of COVID didn't cross my mind at all. Because I still haven't had a fever. I'm not coughing. I'm not wheezing. I'm not having shortness of breath. But I have a migraine. It's not even a migraine. There's no escaping. If you get the headache, you're toast. I've been asleep for 2.5 days now. What day is this? I think this is August 12th or August 13th. I think we're headed into Thursday, right? I don't know. My days and nights completely messed up. I just want to sleep. I'm just tired. My head hurts. It feels like it's going to explode. But fingers crossed that the symptoms don't get worse. I'm bored, so I'm just going to start vlogging. Since we're on day 3 of quarantine. I'm going to go wash and sanitize my hands. But I don't know if this helps anybody. I'm going to try to stay updated through this whole process. I don't know. I guess we'll just share it and see, right? If you are suffering from migraines, Benadryl. Add Benadryl to your regimen. Benadryl and Tylenol helps a little. Other than that, I can't wait to get out of my bedroom. My kids have locked me in my bedroom. Anyway, wish you guys the best. See you tomorrow.